So here, I don't know if you guys got this, but this came to my house today, and I wanted to make sure that you were aware because it looks pretty important. and I'm going to read it. So it says, "Congratulations on completing the wine and dine races, everyone. This is to inform you that based on everyone's performances, no doubt fueled by Red Baron's delicious frozen pizzas, we are proud to announce that we are looking into the sponsorship of the DVC show to the tune of $1 billion a year."
Oh, that's great.
Which is almost as much as we have made after Amy's rave review of our Mexican pizza. It says, "We will be in touch. Until then, soar high and congratulations again, the Red Baron." This is hot off for you.
That is official. That is official.
That was official. It had
Official
a letterhead and sent directly to Derek for some reason.
For some reason.
Yeah,
Derek
that's
is our-
weird. They didn't send it to Amy.
Yeah.
They sent it to the guy that didn't run. And it took me like 45 minutes to get the
boy.
printer to work. So
I'm pretty sure if Red Baron gave us $1 billion, you would never see any of this group of people ever again.
That is straight crap.
We love you.
I don't think that's
We
true.
love you. But we
I
love
would
pizza.
want to spend $1 billion with all of you. So there.
Well, we'd be together. We would see each other.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Good.
I don't know that
like
the
that.
internet would see much of me, but well, thank you, Derek. I'm glad they reached out. Hopefully.
don't thank me.
I'm
Thank
glad your
the
printer
Baron.
started
Don't
working.
thank me.
Thank the Baron.
There's gonna be like 10 people that think this is real that they're gonna blow up the comments.
Yeah. So
I can't believe
Yes,
the pizza company gave the DVC people $1 billion.
I guess I'll end this cold open by saying, not sponsored, but really want to be Red Baron if you're listening. Hey, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the DVC Show. I am your host, Paul Krieger. I am joined by the lover of Red Baron herself, Amy Krieger. We've got John Sakari, aka Big Fat Panda, with us.
Welcome home.
Apparently, our agent, Derek DeBoer.
Hey now.
Also, lover of pizza. I've seen this man's fridge. He has more Red Baron pizza, I think, than we do. Jeff Haslam. Jeff, you tried. I'm really going to just take. Well, no, this show is about food. So we are fully on topic. So anyone that puts in that comments that we are not, I disagree. Jeff, I think.
Shut up.
I think I saw your fridge. You had every type of Red Baron pizza in it.
We did. My Amy went a little bit crazy.
Yeah. What was about? Did Mexican come out on top? Did one of the others?
Amy really liked it. As most people know, I'm not really a big fan of Mexican type food, so I stuck with my tried and true pepperoni. But I've eaten
That's
many
all
of
he
them.
I saw a French bread in there. I've never tried.
Yeah, it was a pepperoni French bread, and actually
that
that one was better than the regular pepperoni. It was good stuff.
I want to try that.
We'll get the French bread.
I
You
will
gotta add
say,
it to the Kroger part.
I will announce though on this show that Amy has been considering recently cheating on Red Baron because
That
Oh
is
my
on who? Who is it? Who is it? Who's the
Okay.
brand?
I can't because I can't find it anywhere. So DiGiorno has a Thanksgiving pizza. And you go to their Facebook page, you can see it. It's like turkey and green beans and gravy and cheese, and it sounds weird, but it looks great. It
Sounds gross.
No, it's like Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving and a pizza. Thanksgiving and a Earl sandwich. Anyways, it's missing stuffing though. It could really use. I could throw some stovetop on there. Anyway,
How do you cheat on that guy?
how do you not get that on the camera properly?
I feel like Amy's Thanksgiving pizza could be made if only you guys had like a pizza oven.
Ooh, that's it.
There's a lot going on there.
Anyway, so they did it and they only are selling it. It's special at Kroger stores. So Kroger and like the stores that are also owned by Kroger,
Yeah.
which I don't know any of those names.
It's in such high demand.
Right.
They're
We
only
don't
selling it
have
in
any
one
physical
store.
Kroger stores in Florida. We have the Kroger warehouse that's run by robots and we do use it a lot. Like we do the Kroger boost and the delivery, but those robots haven't figured out how to get the Thanksgiving pizza because I check every day. Jeff Gervasio checks every day and there's still, and it's only limited time. It just started October 30th and it's only for like another week or so.
That's
So I'm flying back to Utah tomorrow, and we have Kroger stores in Utah. So for the right price and some dry ice, I can ship you some Thanksgiving pizza.
Oh
was
man,
just
I'm
gonna say-
tempted.
Yeah, that is because, Amy, the robots are smart enough to know that, hey, we're not going to give people pizza with green beans on it.
I don't even like green beans that much, but I want to try it. Our dogs
Well,
are
The
crazy.
disdain in Amy's voice when she said robots.
She was very mad at robots for some reason.
The robots are cool. If you watch the video on that about that warehouse, there's a YouTube video about it. It's really cool, but our dogs are just being insane right now.
No one else can hear them.
Jeff,
So just keep
okay.
going.
Jeff and Derek, we need to get Megan from Halloween Horror Nights to hold up a Red Baron and just like crush it for Amy.
But how are you the only Kroger that supplies the like entire state of Florida and you don't stock the DiGiorno Thanksgiving pizza? Anyway,
I'm going to bring us back on topic, I think. Brack on topic. But yes, we love pizza, apparently. This week, we are talking about food, though. Overlooked food, which to many of you was probably the Red Baron Mexican pizza before we started talking about it. But we are talking about overlooked Disney dining locations this week, places that we have experienced this past year or in recent years that most people kind of just never think about, or they're kind of off their radar. We'll go around the room, kind of talk about what we like, maybe some of our dislikes as well. But before we get into that, this and all of our DVC fan content is brought to you by the world of DVC. DVC Resale Market, where you could buy or sell a Disney Vacation Club contract. Monera Financial, who will assist you in financing that resale contract purchase. And the DVC Rental Store, where you can try before you buy, rent some points, or rent out your own points. And I hope then in a couple weeks, I'll add Red Baron to this list of sponsors. But until that day, until that $1 billion check comes in the mail, Derek, seems to have gotten lost. But we're talking overlooked Disney dining locations. I know that Amy and I have been to several different places this year, most recently actually with Jeff to a place that, kind of gets overlooked. But that is kind of our discussion this week is, what places maybe have we enjoyed that aren't talked about too often in the Disney space when it comes to eating and dining. And Jeff, since I brought up your name, I'll kick the conversation off with you. What have you kind of visited that's been a little bit overlooked?
Well, there's been two actually within the last month. The one that you were just talking about, for Disney Date Night. If you haven't watched that video, go head over to YouTube and check it out. But we ate at El Encompass after mini golf, and I don't know why this one just doesn't get the love. It's never hard to get a reservation there, and it was excellent. I thought it was great.
Yeah. I love Ale and Compass. I've always loved it because I love that like New England, I like seafood. Yeah. They did recently change their menu some. So it's a little different from what we had in the video, but there's definitely things that they always keep. And what I had was like one of their staples, which was a pot pie, right? It was like a New England seafood pot pie. It had crab, whatever the catch of the day was, on that day was mahi. It also had scallops and shrimp, and it said like a crustacean cream sauce. It was so good. And I used to have their pasta, and I always like that with the shrimp, and I decided to get this pot pie instead, and now I just want to go back and eat it again. Plus the Parker House rolls with the dips are really good.
Jeff, did you get the pasta that night?
I did get the pasta. It wasn't as good as it normally has been, but it was still really good, and the appetizers, I think we all agreed were pretty much straight fire. So
yeah, definitely want to go back and check out the new menu.
We liked it so much during the break between this show and our last show. I booked Thanksgiving dinner at that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And they'll probably have special stuff for Thanksgiving too.
Looks like there's a special Thanksgiving meal, which I'm excited about. So.
Yeah, and I've heard that their breakfast is really good. I've not done breakfast there, but I've heard really good things about
breakfast there, but we got kind of breakfast takeout from there once when we were at Beach Club.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So that was back during the pandemic days where everything was.
They were doing room service from there.
Room service from there. So
it was pretty good. The blueberry pancakes are awesome.
Yep. Yeah. Good start. Yacht Club, Ale and Compass. Panda, what's one of your overlooked Disney dining locations?
A restaurant in the Magic Kingdom, which I think the Magic Kingdom, it's hard to find good food. I do think that's
Agreed.
hard compared to the other parks. But there's one little spot, it's a hole in the wall that a lot of people don't think about, the Plaza. And I love it. And it's because I think you walk down Main Street and it's like behind you on the side. Nobody just, and it's tiny. The kitchen is probably about as big as 1/3 of the restaurant that you see. It's really tiny, but they produce like 7 or 8 entrees that are, to me, the strawberry chicken salad is great. The chicken, the burgers, it's just a nice place. And you're not paying a lot more than if you went to the quick service, like, just right the Tomorrowland Terrace area. So the Plaza, I say definitely go there. I've never had a bad meal at the Plaza.
Never had a meal at the Plaza. So
I know we've never. I've
See?
wanted to try it for a long time, and
Even their soups are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
no, that sounds
I
real
think
good.
it seems to me that people mainly use the Plaza or think of the Plaza is, oh, that's where I get my food from Casey's, and I sit outside this place called the Plaza and eat it. I mean, truly.
Yeah.
Like
Derek, what's on your list?
So I've got actually a pretty decent sized list, but I'm going to start with something just super quick and really easy. I don't know if it's necessarily underrated, but it's something that I will get every single time I go to Animal Kingdom, which is Mr. Kamal's French fries. That place, think it's like a little booth. You think it's just like, oh, it's just got fast food. It's just got like, the usual Disney fries per se. The first time I went there years ago, it was like, I think we wound up getting like 3 different orders of fries. Like we started with, oh, here, we'll just get one and split it. And then you start getting mad at the people because they're taking more than what you've had. So then by the time you're done, you get 3 orders, and they've got great sriracha mayonnaise. They got a great little spot to sit that's kind of right by the Tree of Life, right by the water. So it's kind of relaxing, out of the way of that main path. They've got good beer. So to me, it's just a perfect little spot to go get just something simple. Like it's not a sit down meal, but if you just want to grab some French fries, they've also got pot stickers that are really good. I think between the atmosphere, I think the prices, and it's just shocking to actually have French fries. I know they're the main French fries, like they have to be, but they're just kind of covered with a different coating on them. But I don't care because I think they're fantastic. Mr. Kamal, thank you.
I don't believe anyone's.
Where is that, Eric? Where is that?
Animal Kingdom.
So it's like on your way. I'm trying to think. It's on the left-hand side. So if you're coming down the park, you make a right at the Tree of Life, and it's not that far down. I can't remember exactly what it's near, but it's on the left-hand side. And you have this little area. So there's that cart right there, but then right over here, it's like a little path that goes down a little bit. They maybe have like 2 or 3 kind of high top tables, but it's right by the water. So then sometimes the characters come by on their little, boats, and you wave it.
Across from Yak and Yeti?
No, it's not.
I don't think you get to Yak and Yeti yet. I want to say it's more close to like the bird show.
Yeah, that's what I think. So I
Yeah.
think you're right. Yeah.
So it's over in that general area.
Which is next to Yak and Yeti.
Is it?
No, is it?
Oh, I don't know. I just know where like rides.
Bird Show
and
is the
stuff
building
are.
right next door to Yak and Yeti.
I don't know
there is.
where it is. I just like their French fries. I have no clue.
It's a booth. It's a booth.
Is Animal Kingdom
Yeah,
like this for anyone else?
Yeah, it's like a wooden little tiny building.
It's about as big as like the 8 Spoon Cafe one. Like they're all like the little boxes.
Animal Kingdom is the only park that I go into where I still feel like I get lost, or I really just don't know where I'm at.
Okay, I just mapped it.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Directions here are terrible between these two.
How many minutes can we be there?
Well, I didn't do that kind of mapping, but
okay.
yeah, it's literally between the bird show and Africa.
And where's Yak and
where
Yeti?
we got the wristband for Moonlight Magic a couple years ago. It's right there.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Didn't know that was an optional stand. It's never been open when I've been there, so I'll have to go try it.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I don't trust anyone's review of French fries though, unless it's Jeff's. That man loves him some French fries. We just did a 3-night on a Royal Caribbean Utopia of the Seas sailing. He wanted French fries so bad that our main dining server brought 2 different plates of French fries to the table one night. Amazing server. Shout out to what was his name?
Nope.
Glenn.
No, Glenn. It was Glenn.
It was Glenn. Yeah. So
And by the way, if you want French fries, the only good ones in all of Disney, sorry, Derek, the fish and chip stand at United Kingdom.
No, true.
That made my list of that's actually on my list of overlooked Disney dining locations. I said Yorkshire Fish Shop. Which that's like, it's like emotional to me though, where it's like it's tied to something from my childhood, which is like one of my early childhood trips. I remember with my mom and grandma going to Yorkshire Fish Shop, getting fish and chips, and then going and sitting in that little plaza over in the UK pavilion, and they had a Beatles cover band that was playing, and we just sat there and we ate our fish and chips. And I mean, I grew up listening to Beatles and everything, and so it was just like, I don't know, brings back little Paul memories.
No, we just did that the other night.
Yeah. I'm 100% the same way, because I have memories of that place with those French fries when my kids were little, and we'd get the Disney strollers and we push them in that, big plastic double bucket stroller. And it was always like, well, God, they're little. We don't want to go sit in a restaurant. So it was always, let's go get some French fries. So you get not even the fish, just the 2 orders of the French fries. You put it inside the thing and they would be happy as can be just eating their French fries. So yeah, it's all about the memories like that. That's so funny.
Yep. That's awesome. Amy, what's made your list of
I have a big list too. So I'm gonna say one and then you'll have to come back because so this is probably gonna come up on our next show. But I definitely want to mention it because I think it's had kind of not a great rap before, and in our experience it's been very good. And that is Wind and Waves at Vero Beach, both the quick service Wind and Waves Market and Wind and Waves Grill, the sit down tables restaurant. And the reason I think that it's really good, first of all, the quick service restaurant, they have a really good variety of stuff. Yep. Now, obviously, it's like one of 2 restaurants there, both under the same name, so they have to have a decent amount of stuff. But they have all kinds of different sandwiches, and they're made to order sandwiches. And then one of my favorites is the made to order, basically like the salad where you like tell them exactly what you want in it. They've got all these options, and they have dinner specials. And it's just, I just think it's really good. And people don't really mention it very often, but it's a good option if you're staying there. And then the other one is the actual restaurant itself. We ate dinner there with your mom. Yep. And it was really, really good. It exceeded my expectations. The shrimp and grits was really good. We did, do you remember the appetizer we had? I wrote an article. You haven't published it yet.
Was it crab balls or something?
No, I don't remember any crab balls. Were they hush puppies?
Jeff, do not start.
They were some sort of like,
oh my goodness. Anyway, Paul had
no, they were like, it was like shrimp. But was like, weren't there shrimps in them or something?
Oh, I think you might.
They
be
were shrimp
right.
balls.
They weren't.
I was
balls
close.
Was not in the word.
I'm keep going.
Paul had whatever the special was that night, which was a certain kind of fish, and it was really nicely seasoned. I can't remember what your mom ate. Everything was really good, and the service was really good, and we were just overall very, very happy with that meal and with eating at the quick service there. So Wind and Waves at Vero Beach, I think that it is a Disney restaurant that is often overlooked or not really talked about very often.
I would like to. Oh, go ahead, Derek.
There's so many questions.
Go ahead. As soon as she said Wind and Waves sit down restaurant, I was like, oh no, here comes Jeff. He's going to talk about the best steak he's ever had in his whole entire life.
Go back and watch our show from a year ago. This guy crucified me because I said our meal was so good. I'm glad I have backup now because it was
good. Because the market is great. They have an Italian sandwich that I get at least 3 to 5 times every single time I go to Vero Beach. That is my go-to sandwich. I love the market. I love being able to grab it. You can sit outside by the pool. It's just this sit-down plate. There's way too many other good restaurants to eat around Vero Beach. So it's fine if you don't want to get in your car.
Are there though?
Because we've tried like
wait. Derek recommended Squid Lips to us, and we went.
We did go to Squid Lips,
and that's what I can say. We went.
That's about our review. What was it? We went to a place called Crab Stop, I think. That was
Oh yeah,
terrible.
we didn't
Never
love
go
crab
there.
stop at all.
We
do love ocean
Crab
crab.
balls, squid lips. What?
Squid Lips was
Weird stuff going on at Vera.
I will go back and give Squid Lips another try. They were
Their
having a
oven
rough
was
night.
broke.
One of their ovens was broke, so like half the menu, which is like the good half of the menu,
Was gone.
they were limiting. But also when our food came out, it was like Attack of the Flies.
It was. I forgot about that.
Because
It
we
was
sat
so
in the
bad.
outside area, it was like Attack of the Flies when the
that
food
was so
came
bad.
out. So they blamed it on me because I ordered the grouper, so they were attracted to the fish.
It's true.
And just to clear things
Back
up,
to Vero in December, I feel like we need a dining review of Wind and Waves from Derek on video.
yeah.
We
Needs to
do.
happen.
I'll do it.
And just to clarify, it was not crab balls. It was shrimp and sweet corn hush puppies,
And they were
So,
delicious.
they were very good.
Yes.
Also
As
nice.
are.
I was close.
Wait, scroll down. What else is there?
What?
I just wanted to see the rest of the menu.
Hmm?
The
You got the shrimp and grits.
shrimp and grits. Did you have the sustainable Oscar style fish?
I believe
That
I did.
was
yes.
really good.
That was
yeah,
very good
and your
that
mom
night.
had the fish and chips.
Yep.
It was also good. Did you get seafood, Derek?
I had the lobster balls. Yes, I
Oh,
got
boy.
some kind of a seafood dish that it was quote unquote blackened, but it just tasted like they had like a smoke spray that for like the vegetables they just went like.
What
Like-
year was this?
Probably
Like the
maybe
80s?
4 years ago.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay.
maybe give it another shot.
I feel you've got
it's
to.
improved.
I feel like Disney restaurants, you got to revisit them at least like every 2 years because that's going back to kind of how Jeff kicked us off, Ale and Compass. So we learned on that
Oh,
trip
also
to Ale and Compass that the chef there had actually just moved from Grand Floridian, and so these chefs change. They change their menus somewhat, and they move around.
There is also a hostess at Vero Beach at the Wind and Waves restaurant that watches our show, and she says hello every time we're there, and we saw her 2 years in a row. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
Not to me, she doesn't say hello. I guarantee you, she's.
She's gonna avoid you because
You would have to go there in order to be said hello to.
Get the crab balls
If you're
ready for
going to
Derek.
Squidlip.
Jeff, bring us back to
No,
some
wait, you missed
sort of
Panda,
sense.
I think.
Panda? No,
No,
Panda-
he said his.
What was
He
that?
said the plaza.
Plaza.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I don't know why I was.
That's all right. I got another one when
You
you
just forgot about him. All right, I'll go back to Panda. Panda, give me another one.
All right, so for years, I would go visit France and Epcot, and I would never get to the bakery in the back. And now they opened up, Ratatouille and the creperie, and I think some people still miss it. Talking about sandwiches, Amy, one of my favorite things in the back. First of all, everything in the back of France, in the bakery, is amazing. The French people there are the purveyors of deliciousness. And their accents basically say, I'm going to feed you something delicious. You just know it. So the croissant, the bacon, egg, and cheese croissant for about $10. It's just amazing. I can just do it for dinner, breakfast, lunch, 24 hours. And go get a baguette back there. Go carb up back there when you're ready.
Yeah.
I have seen people walk around Epcot, and I've talked to them, and they just have a baguette. And they're like, this is the best hidden Disney meal snack you can possibly get. Because it's like super, super cheap, and you just get all the
It's like
butter.
$2 and a half. Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't been there for a while, but I always loved the croissant with the ham and the cheese and the bechamel on it. That's really good. And honestly, we were in France last month, and I feel like the croissants over there are just as good as some of the ones that we had. So
Yep. And I will also, since we're back in that France pavilion area, say that we've gone twice to the creperie, which was part of the expansion with Ratatouille back there. In terms of like a package meal, I've not been there for like at least a year, but in terms of like a package meal deal, they kind of had a very good offer there. And it was like you would get like, you could get a cider or a wine, I think it was. You would get a savory crepe, and you would get like a salad.
and a super salad, and a dessert crepe.
And a dessert
And it was
crepe.
like $39.99.
It was very, very reasonable.
Yeah. We
for
always
what it was.
enjoyed that.
So
And the food's pretty good there, too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is pretty good.
So
I like that they're focused on like kind of 3 items, like a couple of savory crepes, a couple of regular crepes. That's it. And they do it well.
And that's kind of like a lot of those bistros in actual Paris do that. You can go up to a lot of these bistros and order like a lunch picnic. It's a bottle of wine, a baguette, a couple of sandwiches, salads, and it's pre-made and ready to go. And then you just take it, you go to the park, you go sit in front of the Louvre, you go wherever you're going to go and just have a picnic. It's a very big thing over there. So
they know how to live. Yeah, we need to do that.
it'd be great if Disney gave us like more like green areas to do something like that, where it was like a take and like here, take your meal and just go sit down and enjoy just the ambiance. For me, it'd be enjoy the people watching. But
can you imagine how much more fun the festivals would be when you didn't have to eat over a garbage can if you actually had like a park?
Right.
Sit
Yeah.
in?
Yeah. And that new space, is it the Milled and Mulled kind of area? That's cool because that AstroTurf is right there and you can sit there. It's nice now when the weather's nice, but when it was the surface of the sun, there wasn't enough shade over there.
Yeah.
But things like more like that, like the hub grass. The hub grass is a great place to sit when it's not the surface of the sun. You know what I mean?
Right.
So places like that with shade and stuff would be really cool to take your meal or whatever.
making my list that has not been mentioned yet today is the Three Bridges Bar and Grill, which is over at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort. And this is for multiple reasons. I think if you're looking for something that's kind of just, a laid back, snackatizers and maybe some drinks, you could have a wonderful evening sitting at Three Bridges. And additionally, this year, for our anniversary, Amy and I actually went and did Sangria University at Three Bridges. And I think this is a must-do event at Walt Disney World. Worth every penny. The cast member that kind of talked about the different types of sangria, what is considered sangria, what isn't considered sangria. He was absolutely amazing. You get to try the 4 signature sangrias that they have there at Three Bridges. And then at the end of the meal, you actually get to create your own sangria. And you can plus it up with an additional shot of something.
Right. Yeah, I don't know how anybody finishes all the sangria they give you.
I did.
I maybe drank half.
I did it.
Challenge accepted.
But just a really cool event and a very unique offering, and just fits with the theme of Coronado Springs with that Spanish theming that is throughout the resort. So can't recommend it enough. And just a beautiful location. You can't beat that location. But as a DVC member or someone that's not staying there, it is a little bit of a hike to maybe get to that resort. So, Jeff, what do you got?
I'm going to take us back to, I've got 2 more, but I'm going to take us back to Epcot for this one.
Okay.
We ate there last night. Was that just last night?
Monday night?
Sunday.
No, it was
2 nights
Sunday
ago.
night.
Yeah.
With David, our friend, after the race, Tepanito.
Oh,
A lot of
that's where you
people
went.
sleep on Tepanito, and I'm sorry, but for the money, that is a ton of food. We had to roll out of there in wheelbarrows, but it was so good. Everything from the noodles to the steak and chicken, drinks, dessert, everything was just fabulous.
Is that the
And you get a
place
little
with the
show.
cook in front of you?
It's
the-
hibachi.
Yeah, yep. The Disney's Benihana is what I call it.
Yeah, I want to try it. We've not tried it.
No. Yeah,
Oh, it was so good. It was so good.
Yeah, Jeff and Dan rave about Tepanetto too.
Well, never
So.
been. Nope. Derek, what
Me
else is
either.
it?
I want to go.
I'm gonna stick to that Epcot area, but I'm actually gonna leave the park through the International Gateway, and I'm gonna go visit a place that I used to love, as Amy would say, in 1963. But it's a place over at the Yacht Club, right next to the Yachtsman's Steakhouse. It's a place called the Cruise Cup Lounge. That we were at the Beach Club for just one night little staycation a couple of weeks ago, and we made it a point to go visit because we hadn't been there in quite some time. The atmosphere's fantastic. So after hours and hours of sitting at Stormalong Bay and you're hot and blah, 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 it's dark, it's super cozy, it's got booze. It's the perfect kind of a bar. So if there's a sporting event, they've got a couple of TVs on there. The atmosphere is super chill. Great place for drinks. Things have changed there. So we were kind of disappointed, to be honest, because they used to have these things called prime rib sliders that I think for $15. You got like 3 of them, and they were really great. Now, of course, because it's Disney, you pay like $20 and you get 2 of them. They're still good. They just weren't as great. But I think overall, for anyone kind of looking just to get away, it's not a sit down meal type place. So they've got, a few things to kind of pick and choose from the menu. And the prime rib sliders are still worth it. But if you're just looking for a place and you're in that area per se, Cruise Cup Lounge right next to the Yachtsman Steakhouse.
And I just want to confirm, Derek, you were there and you did not make it to Cake Bake Shop to try any cake or anything but you did get to experience the Skyliner.
I did go on the Skyliner for the first time.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
And you didn't film it?
This is where I have to give a shout out to the best community in the whole entire world, just because people were genuinely seemingly super excited when I posted a picture of me going on the Skyliner, and they were like, I can't believe it. Why didn't you live stream it? It could have been like pay-per-view. It could have been all that. But I figured, because we were going to walk over to Epcot, or not Epcot, we were going to walk over to the boardwalk, which was nuts, by the way. It was the opening weekend of Cake Bake, and that line was insane. So as much as I wanted to go try a piece of cake, and I know you guys have, we just didn't get to it. But that boardwalk was slamming, and Annie said to me, my wife, on her way back, and she's like, you know what? You've never done the Skyliner. She's like, it literally is right here. No one's in line for it because it was before 9, so it wasn't that post-firework mob scene. And I was like, you know what?
Mob scene.
Let's do it. And I did it. And we took it over to the Riviera, and we walked around the Riviera for a little bit, and then we got back on and took it back. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Not as scary as you thought, right?
No. And I didn't go on it because I was scared, because I love roller coasters. So it wasn't like a fear thing. It was just like, I just don't have a reason to go on it. But that was a perfect reason for us. We did it. We did have to ride it with like 2 other families. So I'm not sure. Is that normal? Like,
Yeah.
It depends on the time of day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Which was fine. Yeah, they were super nice. But yeah, it was nice to be able to take it over to the Riviera. It was a great mode of transportation. The line went quick. So even though it seemed kind of long, it really wasn't that bad. I think maybe we waited like 5 minutes for it, tops. But man, coming in, when you're coming back to that station, I was not properly prepared for that feeling. Like you think you're going to crash into the car that's right in front of you.
Yeah.
It was like, is something wrong here? And it was... Yeah, but it was great. Yeah, thumbs up.
I just love the idea of a pay-per-view video of you on the Skyliner, and Patreon actually recently came out with this feature where you can actually assign like a dollar or a financial amount to a specific post. And I almost just want to do this just to test.
Give kids the world, $5. Yeah.
Yeah, like we could do it as a fundraiser. Like watch Derek on the Skyliner. $5.
And truly too, like, just to say again, because I know each of us have experienced this community in person and not at an event, just if we happen to be with our friends or we happen to be with our family, when the DVC fan community, comes up to you, they're just the absolute greatest people. So truly, from, on the bottom of my heart, you guys are so sweet and so kind, and it just means the world. So yep. I love it.
Speaking of that, I want to shout out to whoever was trying to get my attention during the half marathon. I had my earbuds in, and somebody did try and get my attention as they were running by, but I was so focused on A, not dying, and B, the music in my head, that I sort of accidentally blew him off. Like I didn't mean to, and I realized it was what was happening after the fact.
Mm-hmm,
so
like you think about
guy,
it.
I'm really sorry. I was trying not to die.
Yeah,
that was me.
He was the one that blew by you.
Yeah.
Totally.
Amy, give us something else on your list of overlooked dining.
I think this is going to be a weird one for a lot of people, and I don't think anyone's going to expect it. And
not weirder than crab balls.
This, I don't even know how to pronounce it right. Which is
great. There we go.
It's okay. ABC Commissary. Is that how you say it?
Commissary?
Commissary.
Yes.
Okay. That place has stepped up its game in the last year or so. Yes, I'm telling you. Listen, the shrimp tacos are amazing. And I just had them not that long ago, and they serve them with rice and beans, and that was really good. They've got a buffalo chicken grilled cheese sandwich that's really good. They also have this side dish that I love called arugula farro salad. It's arugula and Granny Smith apples and dried cranberries, and it has Parmesan and pecans and Dijon vinaigrette. Listen, I was so happy whenever we were at Holy Stu's last and I was hungry and I had the shrimp tacos and that salad. It was so good.
I love how Amy loves food.
I do love food. I'm so hungry.
Buffalo chicken grilled cheese at the commissary is pretty good.
Yeah. They've
And by the way, we've
really
talking about crab so much. He's waiting.
He is a crab too. He's not a lobster, for the record.
And sometimes he does talk back sometimes to the King Triton. So
yeah, I love it. Well, you don't like
crab balls.
ABC?
Amy, like for me, I think that roadblock, which I think is great about doing a show like this, to be honest, is because I overlook it every single time because I don't want to eat in a cafeteria, right? I mean, so I feel like it's not like it's cheap. I mean, it's not like it's, whoa, what a bargain. But knowing that the food is good is why it's interesting to do a show like this, because I would have just gone right past it with horse blinders on like I do every single time.
Well, and Derek is probably going with the horse blinders to where I go when you go to
You're gonna
ABC.
say Woody's, aren't you?
No, Baseline Tap House.
Baseline.
Next door.
Their food's
Because
not
I'm
that
going.
good.
I think their food is great. They have like a charcuterie board. They've got a pretzel. They have a sandwich. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it.
I want my shrimp tacos.
Well, you go there. I'll go. Baseline. Fine. Perfect.
Me and Panda are going to ABC.
I'm sad that
And
ABC
speaking-
Commentary took off the salmon that they used to have because I did really like that salmon. That was good, but it's not on the menu anymore, and I have to eat off the kids' meal at that place now.
Oh,
So.
I'm sorry.
For those that have passed up tachos, when they are hot, they are pretty amazing. Go try them.
That's my Amy's favorite food at all of Disney. The tachos.
I was
from
kind of
Woody's
shocked
Lunchbox.
at how good they were. I just didn't expect it. When they're hot and they're fresh, that is some good meal there.
Those
Paul,
are.
have you had it?
Are those at Woody's Lunchbox?
Yeah.
I had the. I don't know if they still have it. I used to always get the tachos, the breakfast tachos.
Woody's is good.
I loved the breakfast tachos. They were served with like some egg and some sausage gravy and some cheese and a little bit of chive, I think it was. Those were like, it's been a while, like probably the early days of Woody's Lunchbox. So I don't even know if those are still around, but those were, I loved them.
It's the breakfast bowl. Yeah,
I mean-
they still have it.
Truthfully,
They do.
anything with a, whatever you call it, a potato barrel, a hash brown, a tater tot, I
But
will.
you could make a bad potato barrel. They just happen to fry it really good. Like
Yeah.
it comes out nice.
You almost,
could mess that up.
It's almost like a 3-button potato barrel. You probably say.
It's a it is a 3-button bacon potato barrel.
So that's a good location. I don't want to derail us here fully, but I will just to kind of round things out. I know we could probably go on and on about some overlooked Disney dining locations, but I'm just gonna take it a little bit of a different turn that I didn't prepare you guys for. Is there anywhere that's just not overlooked at all on your books that just, in my opinion, needs to die? And I'll kick it off with one that Amy has drug us to, actually drug every single one of us to, which is Pecos Bills. And we went there recently as a group for the Halloween party, and every time you just hope that maybe they're going to get it back into shape, but yet again, it
Okay,
disappoints.
to be clear, I used to love him, and they are kind of. I said this in a Halloween video. It's a shell of its former self. After I said that, like the next day, they changed the menu.
Not significantly.
However, if you look at it, it's literally what I ordered when I was there last time. So
Same ingredients, put in a different
it's the
place.
same ingredients. They just mix them up a little differently. It's not like the rice bowls and stuff, which that's what I had when I was there last time. So I'm not really overly like, oh, I gotta get back there to a new menu. It's literally what I ate when I was there. I used to really love Pecos, and it's sad.
Okay, kill one of
It
my
needs an
restaurants
overhaul.
then.
I don't
Do you
even-
have something?
No,
No?
I mean, you asked. You derailed us. I didn't have that.
Derek,
on my
other than
list.
wind and waves, something not overlooked at all and just needs to die.
I still want to go to Vero Beach, and I'm still going to go to Vero. I don't need to show up wearing a disguise, like a top hat and a mustache. So I'm recognized as that
And
guy.
yet we want you to. We really want you to.
I mean, for me, I just had like one of the worst overpriced meals, and this was a couple of years ago, but I don't think it's changed based from what I read and how easy it is still to get a reservation. It's Be Our Guest. I just think it's terrible. I think the food's terrible. I think it's so insanely overpriced. I think it literally is it's just like sitting there waiting for, okay, here you go, 1, 2, and here's your dessert trio, and here's $100 later. You don't even get a picture with the beast. And, it depends on what kind of room you sit in. It used to be when that place opened, it was outstanding. You could go there for lunch, and they had like a steak sandwich that you used to be able to order. But I think, once they switched that menu and went to, dinner only, and you had to pick, the
Prefix,
the 3 things. I think it's just a disappointment all around.
Yeah, I avoid it now. You're right.
Yeah. Panda, anything come to mind on not overlooked at all?
That Katsura Grill, I can't go back. They gave me raw chicken twice. And it's crazy.
I've got that picture in my favorites too. It's Jeff dancing at the Give Kids the World Gala, and it's that picture of that chicken that you sent me that was pink and gray all at the same time. Yeah.
And weird striations of meat that was not a chicken breast.
It oddly reminds me of actually Amy and I, the night we started dating. For some reason, we were in college, and you do weird things in college. And so I decided that night to impress Amy, I was going to go to Walmart and buy a charcoal grill and kind of make her dinner and cook her dinner.
$20 charcoal grill from Walmart was your first.
I had never used a charcoal grill before either. So I successfully made her a hamburger that was burnt on the outside but frozen on the inside.
It was like
still.
raw hockey pucks. It was so bad.
I could probably get a job at that Katsura. What's it called?
You're already hired. You're already hired.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a beef with one restaurant that I've never been to.
Okay.
And here's my problem. Okay. Diamond Horseshoe. Why, since Disney has reopened, since the pandemic, they reopened Diamond Horseshoe, and it's a lie. It's just Liberty Tree Tavern Overflow, but they market it like a whole different restaurant. You make a reservation at Diamond Horseshoe, and then you go. You just use Liberty Tree Tavern food. That's all it is. Why can't they have a different menu over there? That's I really.
Probably because it's going to go away pretty soon.
It drives me crazy. It's not gone away yet.
No, but
they just added seating to Liberty Tree.
Lightning McQueen's going to come in and take it out, I think.
Maybe. Well, anything. Okay, so here's my problem with that is that I have this list, and I know people do this. I have this list of every restaurant on Disney property, and I put check marks as we try them. So my goal is eventually we'll eat at everything. We'll be able to say we have tried everything at Disney. Now, granted, we could have done that by now, but we go back to a lot of the same places over and over because that's just what you do. And Diamond Horseshoe's on there. But like, why would I go to Diamond Horseshoe and eat Declaration salad and Star Spangled Banner green beans when I want to sit in the colonial area?
And I get made fun of for crab balls.
Okay, it is called Declaration salad. The green beans, I might have made that part up,
Yes.
but I don't want to sit over in the saloon and eat my colonial meal. You know what I mean? And now, how am I going to check that off my list?
I get it.
That's my problem.
They just said, forget about the theming. Just serve the same meal Liberty Tree has.
Right, and I get it. The kitchen's the same. It's all right there. But
Eric.
Hey, I can stick, since we're in that area, one kind of a pleasant surprise for me, and I know it's probably not the biggest hidden secret, is upstairs at Columbia Harbor House is great. It's
great.
The food is what it is. It's fried cod, fried shrimp balls, fried crab ball, it's all the usual stuff. But take your food, go upstairs. There's all these little nooks and crannies that you can sit and overlook the Haunted Mansion, and you can overlook that area. So if you're looking for a place upstairs, Columbia Harbor House.
That was my go-to for a long time at Magic Kingdom until they got rid of the tuna salad sandwich.
Mm-hmm. And the lobster
chicken
roll.
pot pie was
The lobster roll got kind of sloppy too.
Yeah.
For being honest.
The deconstructed chicken pot pie, I've dreamt of it. Not good.
We need I could do a whole show on all the things that I want Disney to bring back on the menu. The shrimp po' boy from Olivia's. Why? It was so good. Why has it been gone for 4 years?
Expect that show coming in the near future, folks.
I could make a whole list.
Jeff, finish us off with one more I guess not
Oh,
overlooked restaurant
It's a
that
toss up. It's a toss up between like why anybody would eat at Marie and Enzo's when Terralina's is like down the street. But I'm gonna hang my hat on Cosmic Rays.
Oh yeah.
Terrible because I eat there every damn time we go. To
Yeah.
the Kingdom because it's convenient, but that place is whole. The food is awful. There's that weird Ninja Turtle that wanted to be a Ninja Turtle, but he decided to be a DJ when he grew up instead.
Oh, I think he looks like he belongs in Fraggle Rock.
Yeah, or Fraggle. Don't you knock Fraggle Rock, young lady.
The tables are always sticky in there too. Have you ever
Yeah,
noticed
and
that?
it doesn't matter. It's the biggest restaurant in like all of Disney World, and there's still never a place to sit.
Mhm.
Like
Yep.
I don't know, that place needs.
It's actually in the Guinness Book of World Records. That
I know it is. Yeah.
Why?
It's great
What's the
for
record?
serving the most fast food meals in a day of any fast food
man.
restaurant. They serve the most there than anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
That's good say.
That is one
Which makes
Disney
sense because
fact
there's like
I
5 bays or 4
did not
bays.
know. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They can close all 5 as far as Jeff's concerned.
Yeah. And I eat
But
there
it's
every
lined
time
up
I'm in the
there.
park.
I
So
I know.
Well, because
I
it's
keep
like
thinking it's
basic,
going to be better.
it's like basic foods, right? It's like
Yeah.
French fries, chicken fingers.
Yeah, and their
I
food
chicken
is
fingers
always
aren't bad.
cold.
I do get
Oh.
their Greek salad there sometimes. That I like that.
The Disney chicken fingers. If you have a friend that works at Disney, oh God, I shouldn't say this because they're gonna
No, I know
God.
this. I
Do
know.
I need
this.
to
at
plug
Cast
my
Connection.
Yeah.
Cast Connection,
Yeah.
you can buy the bag of chicken
Oh
tenders.
yeah.
It's a huge bag for $10 like this. They are just as good in the air fryer at home as they are at Disney. It's the greatest thing ever.
It's those. It's like Uncrustables, bags of rice.
I need a cast member friend. I want some chicken tenders.
Oh, they're gonna blow you up on Facebook now.
Somebody told me that the onion rings also, and I was like, they have onion rings? All right.
I don't need a
All right,
bag of
listen.
rice, but I would like. Don't they
So-
sell like giant bags of rice and beans or something?
In case you,
But the
in
tenders
case-
are amazing.
in case you've tuned in about 50 minutes into this show and just want to recap, most likely in the relatively near future at our new house, there will be arriving bags of rice, chicken fingers, onion rings.
No,
because
I want the chicken fingers. Send them to me.
We'll be closer to you. We'll drive 5 minutes
Okay,
down the road. and
that's
have
true.
dinner
I can
with
just
you.
come and cook them over at your house.
Yeah, we'll be able to have
I'll
dinner.
buy
together. We'll
them.
be
I just
closer.
need someone to take me
Um,
into Cast Connection.
And
The next time my friend Adam goes, I'll get you.
and some
Panda.
po-
Panda, when you eat them, do you charge yourself $14 for 3 of them? Or no?
I actually think about that as I'm eating them. I'm like, this would be expensive.
There's $1.
But I have to say, they did not phone it in. They knew chicken tenders are important to kids and families and even adults.
And Jeff.
Disney really did not. And Jeff, those chicken tenders, the white meat in them is fantastic.
Do you think you could like buy like the boats or whatever that they come in and then like
Yes,
show
you
up
can
at Disney
So
and walk through the front gates
Pretty
and
sure
then
you get-
already have your
No, so you can
already
Like the
have
lady
your
who
chicken
brought the hibachi
fingers?
to Disney Springs and started actually cooking with fire.
Yeah.
You remember that?
I don't remember that.
That really
Someone
happened.
did that?
Derek, Jeff, do you remember that?
Yeah.
I remember that.
That really happened. Lady went and started her own hibachi barbecue at Disney Springs. You can't make it up.
And now she's a head chef at the Katsuyuni Grill, I think.
She's the head chef at Katsura.
Well, there you have it, folks. That is our overlooked Disney dining. So mostly positive, but we had to end on a fun note and kind of talk about some misses that we've experienced in the past year or so. We want to know your thoughts as well, though. Put those in the comments of this video. Also, hit that thumbs up button, like, and subscribe to our DVC Fan YouTube channel so that you can get more of our fun shenanigans. Because I think we made about 7 dates over the course of this episode that we all now have to go on to go try various food in different places. So that's going to do it for this week's episode of the DVC Show. We hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next Monday.